Welcome to Beach Talk. Oahu is the most visited of the Hawaiian Islands. It receives roughly 4 million visitors per year, many of which come on vacation, visiting friends or family, getting married, or honeymooning. It is also home to some popular beaches and some pretty famous surf spots and contests. For example, the Vans World Cup of Surfing, which takes place in the North Shore of Oahu, and Quicksilver's Eddie Aikau Big Wave Surf Contest in Waimea Bay. Today I'm going to take a look at Kahuku Beach. It's located just on the east side of Oahu, right next to the James Campbell National Wildlife Refuge and right in front of the Kahuku Golf Course. Unlike many Hawaiian beaches, Kahuku doesn't get your typical flow of beachgoers. Instead, it's probably Oahu's dirtiest beach, but nearly all of the trash left there came from a person who has probably never stepped foot in the Kahuku area. Hawaii regularly receives rainfall, meaning that any trash left in the streets may eventually end up in the ocean. Hawaii also imports and exports many items, and when trash from those ships get dumped or fall off the boat, they too end up in the ocean. Much of this trash just happens to be plastics, and when these plastics and non-biodegradable objects end up in the water, they don't just dissolve. Instead, they end up following the ocean's currents and break into smaller pieces. Some of it eventually ends up on beaches like Kahuku. I mentioned earlier that Kahuku Beach is located right next to the James Campbell National Wildlife Refuge. The purpose of the refuge is to provide a safe place where native Hawaiian and migratory birds, as well as other marine life like turtles and seals, can go. Some of the birds, while nesting at the refuge, end up dying because they mistake plastic pieces as food. Recently, the city and county of Honolulu bought 114 acres of oceanfront land. While this may stop the development of building on the beach, it doesn't solve the problem of plastic pollution washing up on beaches. There are many different organizations out there working to bring more attention to plastic pollution, not just in Oahu, but all over the world. These organizations regularly organize beach cleanups, which have been quite successful when it comes to removing large amounts of trash. Another company, known as Method, takes plastics from these polluted beaches and recycles them into soap bottles. Having different organizations and companies working to educate and clean up the problem will definitely help raise awareness for plastic pollution. But unless a wide amount of change begins to happen from everyone, we will continue to see and be affected by the plastics on our beaches and in our ocean.